Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna be telling you a story of the first time I actually ever hooked up with someone who was older. And no, the lie. Wait, what? The title is not clickbait or a lie. I lied about my age. It's a common thing. But I don't know. It was the one time I ever did it, but let's just talk about it, I guess. I don't know. So, I remember being in high school, like the very beginning, keyword beginning, freshman, and I had already had like sexual experiences before, and they weren't really ideal and they were really confusing. So, whenever my friends would like talk about sex and stuff, like a lot of them haven't even had it, which is like should be the norm. Like, we're literally like 15. Um, I remember just getting like super weird because I tried doing things with people my age or even try to get remotely comfortable with that, and I could barely hold someone's hand. I could barely go on a date with someone. Like, it was just so different and so out of my element. So I just figured I don't know. Me and my friend, we got on Grinder one day as a joke. Just being like, "Eep." Like, we didn't use our real pictures, because we're literally teenagers. Like, we used fake pictures or whatever, and just talk to people, and then we realized we could talk to people. And then we started talking to people, me and my best friend at the time, and it's just oh my god, please, if you're on Grindr and you're underage, just don't do that. Wait until you're older. I know, trust me, I know it's not the ideal situation. You want love, you want connection, you want to have sex. You're literally everyone was having sex when I was in middle school. I'm like, what the fuck? We were looking back on that, I'm like, what on earth? Um, but yeah, you're just sitting there dry as fuck, no one around you, not even able to kiss or go on a date. It's just I understand why people do these things. Why I did these things. And I don't know where I was going with that. Basically, we're on Grinder, and it was so nerve wracking. Who the fuck am I gonna meet up with first? I had made plans with someone, and they fell through. Because I got really scared, and I'm like, don't fucking come here, don't fucking come here, don't fucking come here. And then I got banned from Grindr, and I'm like, is he actually gonna come here? Um, so I got banned for being underage, which is should have taken that as a sign, but it's okay. Things are meant to happen for a reason. So I talked with this one guy. I have no idea what we talked about. Probably nothing. This seems to be a common thing. We don't even talk about anything. Straight to business, bitch. This is kind of a crazy first time story as well. Oh my god. So I meet up with this guy at a park. I don't remember how I got there. He probably picked me up somewhere close to my house. Um, but I met up with him at a park, and I remember we're sitting in the car, and first thing he asked me is okay, are you really 19? And I sat there with a quiff. My hair was up. I had more kitty glasses, literally braces. I was really tall though, so I was I could get away with being 19. Um, and I was of course, I don't know. And he kept saying, okay, because if you're not, I could get in big trouble for that. And I'm like, no, of course not. You know. And I had in my head, oh, I'm never gonna turn anyone in because it's I want to have sex. That's what I thought of. That was the goal. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't think he's preying on me, all these things. And then you get older and you're just kind of, you realize how weird it fucking is. But in my head, that's what I was thinking is oh, well, I'm not gonna turn him in. Who cares if I lie about my age? You know what I mean? because like I'm consenting. Like that was like me being like, oh, I can consent. You know what I mean? So we're in his car, and then oh, he didn't have the lube, so we drove to Walgreens, and I told him like, oh, I love Vaseline, and he's like, sweet, like that's like my favorite lube too. Um, so we got Vaseline, and I remember I was sitting in the car actually while he went in to grab something, and then there were people who walked by who kind of looked like they were from my high school, and they looked very concerned. They looked very concerned, and I was sitting there sweating bullets, like, oh my god, is the secret out? Like, I didn't put my pictures on Grindr or anything. I was like so scared. Like, I wasn't even out to my parents or anything. I'm just like, oh my god. Like that's how I felt. Just like, oh my god, are they like, I don't know, are people gonna find out? Are they gonna like do something? Like what the fuck's gonna happen? But then he gets back in the car, and then we go to like an alley or something. Um and then we start like doing the deal or whatever. And then I remember just being like, oh, like, whenever I had done things before, it's like, yes, this is what I remember, and like this is like fun to me. You know what I mean? Also, I think he's the only guy that I've ever been with that had a piercing. That's not going anywhere near a hole. I mean, the face hole, like, it's okay, but like any other hole, like I'm any like what other hole? What other hole could it be? There's one other hole. Um, there might be two. But like no. I even think about that, like, how do people like have sex with people who have like piercings on their genitalia? Like that's like insane. Those are some soldiers right there. Like literally, what do you mean like that's going in and out of your hole and not like ripping it or some shit? And I remember he like tried to put it in, but I was like so anxious and so tight. Like he couldn't put it in. Like it was like, just don't put it in, please. So we just had oral, and like he like loved it. He was like, "Oh my god, this is like so much better than my fat girlfriend. She's so nasty." And I'm like, like literally what? He was just like trauma dumping about his girlfriend like after saying her punani is fish, like all this shit, like shit talking his girlfriend, how fat, nasty, and smelly, like having sex with her is, and I'm just like, oh, okay, but I guess you like me being like, a freshie, just being like, oh my god, like okay, like take it as a compliment, even though he's like totally shit talking like his girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. Also didn't mention that until after we did it. Like, what the? That's such a common thing. Like, you'll like do these things and then like, oh, they like have a girlfriend. Like, what? What do you mean you have a girlfriend? That's so like, so weird. And then yeah, we did it. And I just went home and like went about my life. Like I don't know. Like it was just kind of like, oh, But I think about me like lying about my age. I guess. I don't know. Just be truthful. I guess. Like, Oh, I guess this was a big thing too. Even whenever I was truthful, people didn't care. Like I was like, oh, like you have to be like 18 on this app or whatever. But I'm like 15, 16. They're just like, oh, okay, I'm cool. Scary, scary. That's why I tell you, like, just know, like, whenever you're older, it's just weird. It's just flat out weird, like, going for people like that young, especially with some of them that old. Like it's not even necessarily like, oh, that you're young. It's that they're that old and you're that young. You know what I mean? Like, if you're with their classmate, like, who cares? But like, it's just, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't think there's much else to say on it, but I don't know. That was the one time I did it, and even whenever I didn't lie about my age, no one cared. So but I'm not gonna like turn anyone in or it. Like, I'm older now, more experienced, and I think it's just important to like share that experience with other people so that they know what to do and what to avoid. I guess the lesson today isn't really a bright lesson either. It's like, oh, like even if you tell them your real age, they won't give a fuck. Scary. Scary, scary. Oh my god. But like, just wait until you're older. That's my advice. I know, like, it's hard. It's really hard. Like, there's not many people who are like out when you're like young and like there's no room for any type of dating experience, or a sexual experience. I don't know. I think I remember with my classmates, it was just weird. Like, I don't know. I felt uncomfortable and like I had already like done things when I was like really young, which is like I don't think I'll ever tell that story because that's too much. You know what I mean? Like this isn't too much. I'm like, oh, he's just like I'll stop. I'll stop. But anyways, that's all I had to talk about today. I hope y'all enjoyed another story time. And I'll see you on the next one. I told two sex ones back to back. I'll probably do something a little more. Oh my, I'm either talking about sex or trauma dumping. There's gotta be something else. There's gotta be something else. I'll come up with something a lot better. Um, it's not even like coming up with. It's like these things have happened. You know what I mean? To me, to my experience, and it's important to share that because that's all we know. And like hearing from other people like really helps you. And one of the again biggest inspirations for me wanting to do these story times is Tana Mojo. And watching her story times, I know like recently like she kind of I don't she doesn't hate her videos or anything. I just think maybe like disconnected from like what that era was for people because like I like the way she tells stories and the way she's able to convey like all these different things and like her experiences and like you have to go through things like you have to learn the hard way in life. You have to um like she didn't get a book handed to her of like what to do or like even if she got it she'd say fuck off and like go do shit anyways and learn the hard way like how to do things. And I think with a lot of mine like it's kind of similar as well, so like I like to share them because hopefully you learn from my mistakes. And I know I'm oversharing, I know I'm completely oversharing, but also at the same time like I want people to understand that like me being that young and like him being that old and like kind of the differences, the gray area of like how to navigate that, like that's really important because that happens I think a lot more than people talk about, and it's all hush hush. And then now like years later I'm dealing with issues of it, and I don't even know if he thinks about it. I don't even think he thinks twice about it. But hopefully you can at least know and try to avoid it or like, again, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Because I don't know. Like dating's still hard, like without all the issues, but like um sexual trauma is not something you want to have. Trust me. Oh my god. But yeah. That's all I have to talk about today. I hope y'all have a wonderful, amazing day. And I'll see you on the next one, okay? Okay, I'm done.